Hello, I'd like to talk to you about Ulanzi products. I'm not new to them by any means. Right now I'm using the ring light that I just recently purchased. First time I'm using it. Very happy with the power. I'm working in a dimly lit room, and I couldn't use it on full power. It's a little bit too bright. I had to turn it down. The temperature control is quite nice. And but anyhow, what I wanted to talk about is tripods. As a photographer, um, do you know that the tripods is a really big deal? Um, and here's a little one that this was actually a freebie that came with one of my purchases, but it showcases the claw mount that really got me into Ulanzi. I was looking for an alternative to the Manfrotto, as it would cost me way too much for what I wanted to do with Manfrotto mount. So basically, the claw mount it's rated at 50 pounds, 50 pounds capacity, which is pretty astounding. I don't know if anybody claims that. This is the other half. Clips on like that, in 4 positions, and it's a beautiful thing. I recently picked up this head to go with the tripod I just purchased. It's a video head. I prefer this type because my first gen Sony, I made a custom rig for it for my needs, because I use old Minolta lenses, and this rig probably deserves a video in itself, because I have several features. I can make a full cage around the camera and mount it in all 4 positions, and the lens will remain in the same place. That's how it was designed, and there's other features as well. So I have right now, this is more of a L bracket. I have one of the claw mounts here and here, so I can switch between these modes very quickly. You don't have to make something like that though, because Ulanzi came out with a very unique one that mounts directly to the lens, or to the base here, to the base of the lens mount, and you can flip between vertical and horizontal very quickly with it. I've utilized the plow mount for my battery box. This is how I run my camera, with a battery box, and that's another topic in itself. Okay, so, and this attaches directly to my tripod, or I can carry this in my pocket, so it's not as inconvenient as it looks. So for years now, I've been using Manfrotto products. I have the Pro 3rd generation Pro 055 Manfrotto. It's a beast of a tripod, heavy. So when I go hiking, it becomes an obstacle, the weight of it. One of the reasons I bought it, because of this articulating mount here. You can the column can come up and go horizontal, excuse me. But I found out something about it was that it had play in it, and since I do a lot of astro and night photography, taking cumulative shots that play in it, or sometimes I'd have I'd have a blur in my picture. Where did that come from? Sitting on a tripod. That when it was mounted horizontally, there was actually play in this column, and for the price of this tripod, I found that unacceptable. But so I don't use it like that anymore. I have another. I just disabled that feature and put another mount on the bottom of the tripod, so I can have two cameras right here, or I can switch from having it on the top or the bottom. As you see, I have the claw mount on both ends here as well. And then I have another Manfrotto. This is the photographer's staple here, 180. Nothing bad about this tripod. It has the 3-axis panning that is pretty incredible. The only thing is this is quite heavy as well, and so I was looking for something lighter, and so I can go hiking with. So comes this one. I had my eye on it for a while. Ulanzi came out with a new tripod that had a claw mount on it, like a dedicated claw mount, and I was very enticed by that. I said, okay, this is a very light tripod, and I would that's made for me. They gave me a deal. There was a deal come up, and I thought, oh, I'll take advantage of that. But I wasn't able to use a coupon code on it, so I chose another tripod that I've had my eye on for a while. It has an arc Swiss, which actually is probably more suits my needs, because I need arc Swiss for certain applications. Like I have a gimbal and okay, so I have opened this already, and so just for disclaimer there, and I'm not sponsored by Ulanzi at all. It's just I'm really impressed with their products, and that's why I'm doing this. So here is, so they always send you tools, and there's a carabiner in there. I believe that might be, carabiner might be used for the hook under the tripod to hang your camera bag and something like that. Stabilize the tripod. As I say, I already opened the box and had a look. It was driving me crazy. I didn't have time to do the video yesterday, but I wanted to see what I got here. So, you have a carry case. This is, seems nicely built with several layers. Here's padded. You have this articulating design, much like the Manfrotto Be Free. My wife has one of those, and she's very happy with it, except that it has very spindly legs, and you know the problem with that. Anyway, so it has I could zoom in here, I guess. It has these. You have to press these to put in positions. So it looks like a interesting design. I'll go with that. The small layer. It just clicks past it. Okay. So you choose the leg spread you want, and then you end up with the tripod in this mode. One thing I don't like is I never had a tripod with these twist lock legs. Oh, it has spikes here. I guess the spikes don't come with it. I think it showed in the information that there was spikes you could put instead of the rubber mounts here. I don't see them. I don't know if they're hidden somewhere in here. Anyhow, so let's see if I can get this on the table. Yeah, these I'm used to lock legs, so this is going to be something new for me. So what I wanted to show you is the uniqueness of this tripod. It has this is very much like the Manfrotto, where you press the button and you can go in any position you want. So so this brings it, but this is different in the sense that now you can bring it to different positions. Now I thought it was infinite positions, but it's not. It comes there's a release here, and you can go horizontal, and then every degree in degrees of 15 degrees you can go 30, no, it's 30 and 90 and 60, I guess. So you can go up as well. So it's very good for macro photography, which I would like to do a lot more of. So that is one of the reasons this tripod is very unique. There's only a couple other tripods that do this kind of thing, and one is made by Newer, I think, and I wasn't extremely convinced about this one, but about the Newer one. But this, I think it only does horizontal. This one is more manipulative. Like I don't have to like reverse the column. This thing's give me, when I'm setting up, I can articulate this in any position I'd like to. The one thing I didn't like about this, the reason why I got this head is because of my rig. The video setup, video head makes more setup, more sense to me. So this head, the ball head that came with it, may end up switching back and forth, I don't know. It's fairly easy to do. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to zoom out a bit. I'm using a Sony QX10, an old unique camera that Sony came up with about almost 10 years ago now. Kind of fell by the wayside because of its difficulty to use. It's hard to connect to the phone with it. But, enough about that. I would like to. Oh, one of the other features this has, it has a screw hole here on the tripod that you can mount other accessories to, and I know that I'll be using that for my battery cage. That also uses a claw mount on it. Clip on like that, like it does on my Manfrotto. I'm going to remove this head. Now this is pretty impressive. By the picture, I thought this was like half the size it is. This looks like a very, very, very strong ball head. It's not all that heavy. I have this one is almost the same. Maybe it is the same with different knobs on it. Maybe it's it looks very similar. But that's a very strong ball head, and I needed that for astrophotography. Now I have another one. Now the question is, okay, so let's compare the weight here. with the handle, these are about the same. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Fold this tripod up with the video head on it. But that's going to be my new setup. So obviously this handle comes off very quickly, like that. Actually, I got the stopper on it, so you can't take it off. But I'd like to see if I can fold it up without that. This is a fluid head. It cost me, like, the sale price is like $40. And pretty good for what you're getting, really. Nice fluid action. You can adjust it. I don't know how it's going to react in the cold weather. I found that the fluid head was somewhat limited because of winter weather. You'd end up learning how to use the tripod. It's cool. It'll go out vertical like that, so that's the thing. You can get right flat to the ground. I'll loosen everything up here. Okay. This is my first time really doing this, so. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it in the bag like this. There we go. Okay, let's see if it fits in. Okay, yeah, the Sony app or the camera shut off. Maybe I was talking too long and it shut off. But it folds up even with the head that's not designed for it. Let's see if it'll fit in the bag. I got this thing popped up. Get in there. It's a little tight. Anyway, it's close enough, but there it is. Now the only trouble is the weight of this is. I should have probably weighed out my tripod. It is slightly lighter than this, and also, of course, shorter. Yeah, quite a bit shorter. So I'm going to be testing this out in over the next few months, and maybe I'll do a review once I'm more accustomed to using it. I wanted to add some more information about this tripod. I was curious to see how it's going to perform in the field, and so I set it up with the claw foot. I think you can see that in the camera there. Set it up so that I can just click in. So this is a claw mount that has the claw 2 has a one of the things that has the slots on the side for Arca Swiss, so it slipped right into an Arca Swiss, and that makes it the best of both worlds. You have Arca Swiss capability and the Ulanzi claw as well. So I wanted to check out how this performs in positions like, ooh. So this boom here with this arrangement, it will swing in degrees of 30 degrees again. So you get the 90, 30, this is 90, sorry. There's 5 positions. So it'll swing, maybe this is 30 degrees, and it locks in, it's got these little divisions on here. It'll swing all the way down as well, right? So you can have the legs in normal position and have the camera upside down in that configuration. But what I wanted to find out here is if this is going to be capable of supporting the camera. It's nice and solid when you lock it in. Nice and solid. That's what I wanted. And it is, except I have to extend the leg one division on the front of it here. And I must admit, I'm kind of liking these turning things here. It's not as much of a hassle as I thought. The levers are very instant, but this seems very strong, and I think I'm gonna like this. That was one thing why I didn't buy this tripod a long time ago. It's a reasonable price. It's only like $130 American, US dollars. But yeah, a little impractical to show you that with the camera on it in this application. But maybe when I'm in the field doing some macro photography, I can show you that in practice. But yeah, so there's some other features I wanted to talk about this tripod with. I compared the height with the Manfrotto Pro tripod, and turns out with this ball head that comes with it, it's only like an inch shorter than the Manfrotto, and it goes. The Manfrotto can do this configuration as well, but it doesn't have. It only has 90 degrees. 90 degrees and vertical. So, yeah, I wanted to show you another cool feature about this tripod is this leg here. If I can get it off. Comes right off. And it has a spigot here, so you only have a 3/8 thread, but with this spigot feature here, it makes it very strong. Right? You don't have to worry about that being a weak point. I think it's very well designed. So this leg becomes a monopod, right? And I'm seriously thinking of selling my. I got a BOGO. What do you call it? Okay. There, they're all locked in. So you got a full-length monopod. My BOGO Manfrotto monopod. It's a heavy-duty, heavier than this, but I have one of those, the legs that you can convert your monopod into like a claw base so it can stand by itself and everything. So I'll put that on this and sell my BOGO, because this makes it more practical. You have both a tripod and a monopod. I mean, presumably you could use this as a hiking stick and with the camera attached and take some pictures on your way into a hike. with the added support of steadiness of a monopod. And then when you get to a waterfall or whatever your main event is, like put it back on the tripod and take some more pictures. So and do video, right? Yeah, so I just wanted to show those features off, and we'll see you later. Bye.